Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, welcome to the Glen, everyone. Also, both the Canadian and American national anthems are played, thus making this one of the few tracks where this happens. Yeah, I just had to point that out. And it would make sense considering that it's located near the US-Canadian border. But anyways, the 2025 Mission 200 begins with Connor Zillisch making a massive jump to the lead. Holy crapper! He's getting better and better. SVG is right behind him, and he doesn't seem to be slowing down. Gray was able to overtake Mayer for third. So far, not much is going on. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier is hauling off both Austin Hill and Nick Sanchez. Garrett Smithley's car starts smoking, and he would most likely have to go to the pits. Dang it! But anyways, Sam Mayer is trying his best to hold off William Sawalich. And Josh Bilicki goes into the gravel trap, and the caution comes out. Because of that, Josh Bilicki goes a lap down. Ryan Sieg also got involved in a wheel hopping incident. But anyways, the caution ends with Zillisch and SVG continuing to battle for the lead while having to deal with Sawalich. Oh, come on! Sawalich got past SVG for second. Herbst tries getting past Michael McDowell for 12th. SVG wants revenge of William Sandwich, and he managed to get past it. Yes! With 4 to go on the first stage, SVG decides to pit in to flip the stage, and several drivers joining in alongside him. Zillisch is next to come down to pit road. This is to be expected, as they always come up with that strategy. Allgaier is now in the lead. Gray is trying his best to run down Allgaier, and he blocks any passing attempt to take the stage win. And just like that, Allgaier wins the first stage of the 2025 Mission 200 at the Glen. Every driver who has not pitted in before the end of the stage comes down to pit road, and Justin Allgaier, as always, wins the race off pit road. The second stage begins with Zillisch jumping to the lead and having a close battle with his BFF, William Sawalich, aka William Sandwich. Anziala loses control and wrecks his car, but no caution is thrown as he was able to make it back to pit road. Allgaier wheel hopped and went high, but was able to hold off Harrison Burton. SVG is now in 4th as he got past Hill. Jeb Burton makes an unexpected pit stop. Even on lap 31, Zillisch continues to lead. Gray managed to get past Sanchez. Sawalich comes down to pit road yet again, and the other JGR drivers joining alongside him. Daniel Dye is next to come down to pit road. This time, Zillisch decides to stay out. Riley Herbst also has engine issues, but anyways, Zillisch wins the second stage of the 2025 Mission 200 at the Glen. Blaine Perkins also gets the free pass as Daniel Dye pitted in and was not able to get it. Anthony Alfredo is also out of the race. Good lord, he's not having any luck. Several drivers come down to pit road, but Zillisch and SVG stay out. But anyways, the third and final stage begins with Zillisch and SVG continuing their battle for the lead. Even with SVG attempting a failed crossover move, Zillisch hangs on to his lead. SVG comes down to pit road while Zillisch continues to lead. And the caution just came out, but hey, at least this will help Zillisch and SVG, which sometimes I'm not too upset about cautions coming out. They'll benefit the outcome of my favorite drivers hopefully getting the win. Every driver on the lead lap comes down to pit road during caution. This time, Carson Kvapil wins the race off pit road. But anyways, the caution ends with Reslov leading while SVG jumps the lead and overtakes several drivers on the first corner. Holy crapper! This is getting intense! Especially with Jesse Love right on his tail. Zillisch gets past McDowell for 4th and has even gotten past Jesse Love. He is now running down Austin Hill. Ah crap, Sawalich blows a tire. After an intense battle for second, Zillisch manages to complete the passes right where he belongs, but behind his teammate. As long as Austin Hill's not in the lead, I'll be happy. Zillisch and SVG continue to battle for the lead. Zillisch attempts to pass SVG, but isn't able to do so. Next time around, he tries again, and there's contact. Even Austin Hill attempts to reel them in. With 18 to go, Zillisch gets the lead, and SVG gets wrecked out. Because of that, the caution had to be thrown. Dang, I cannot believe this happened to him. It was a massive hit. Yeah, massive hit for SVG. And I feel bad for him being out of the race, because he's such a great road racer. If Austin Hill wins, I'm out. After what happened with him and Eric Almirola, I really don't want to win. But anyways, the caution ends with Zillisch continuing to lead. And the caution came out right when Austin Hill went to the lead. He took that lead by shoving out of the way and doing what he is known to do. Dang it, please do not have them ruin this race for me. The caution ends with Hill and McDowell battling for the lead. McDowell takes the lead. Yes! The two even have contact. Zillisch has just got past Sammy Smith and he gets revenge on Hill. Holy crapper, this is getting intense. And just like that, CZ is back in the lead. Yay! And Austin Hill wrecks out another driver and causes a huge wreck. You just couldn't help yourself, Hill. It always happens with Hill. This, of course, causes another caution. Even his own teammate wasn't safe. Add that to the tally of drivers that Hill wrecked out. And the race gets red flagged. I always hate it when this happens. Especially on the limited time Xfinity broadcasts on TSN Prime. They have a limited time frame. If the race is over, you're gonna have to find other ways to watch it. So you're kinda screwed for that. We get an interview with CZ's crew chief during the red flag period stop. Anyways, the race gets back to yellow and a few drivers come down to pit road. Dang it! Nick Sanchez has steering issues and crashes into the tire barrier. Because of that, an extra lap gets added. The race eventually restarts with Sammy Smith and Zillisch battling for the lead, and in a surprising turn of events, Sammy gets past Zillisch until he loses the lead to Zillisch. Eckes gets loose, and earlier in the race, Parker Resloff even spun out on the first corner. Thankfully, no cautions thrown. Sam Mayer is running down Sammy Smith and trying to get past him. Allgaier got wide and saved it. Hold up. Mayer just got past Sammy. Hill's in fourth and no longer in contention to win this race. Thank goodness for that. On the final lap, all Zillisch has to do is bring the number 88 to victory lane. Just like that, Zillisch wins back-to-back at the Glen. He did it! He actually pulled it off. But I still feel bad for what happened to SVG and what happened to him in victory lane. I have to mention this, by the way. Connor Zillisch, while celebrating in victory lane, fell down hard by accident. Yeah, he was standing on the windowsill of the car itself, you know, where the window net is located, and he took a hit when he fell down, and had a head injury because of it. And because of that, sadly, Zillisch will not be racing in Watkins Glen NASCAR race tomorrow, which is pretty sad, but hey, I hope he gets better soon, and I wish for the best for him. The race gets an 8 out of 10 as the cautions brought the race down. Hopefully the Cup Series can put on a show that's just as great, but anyways, here's some bonus content for ya. Here we are. Yeah, I figured I'd have this as bonus content in the video, since I haven't gotten to the set itself. So yeah, this is the LEGO Super Mario 72032 standard kart set. It's compatible with the LEGO Super Mario sets. Alrighty, let's open it up. Yeah. Yeah, I already have the interactive figures. And this one is designed with Mario in mind. Here we go. Stickers? Really? Couldn't have had them printed on. Okay, here we go. Got bag number 1. And we got a Toad minifigure to build. Okay. This isn't a toad as in a frog toad, it's, well, or amphibian toad, it's a toad as in toadstool, mushroom. Yeah, get it? Mushroom Man. Yeah, this is just the tech center, or as you would call it, the onboard computer. Yeah, a lot of races have the a telemetry computer to tell which driver has the fastest time. Yeah, there's something unique for this set. A storage area for a wrench. I wish that all LEGO Speed Champion sets had a storage area for the wrench that is not being used. Yeah, so we now got paper instructions in LEGO Mario sets. Apparently, some people complained that you had to download the app for instructions. Yeah, and some people preferred having physical instructions, which I understand, seeing that a lot of people aren't too fond of downloading an app just for the instructions. And you're always forced to have a smart device just so you can download the instructions. Yeah, I'm guessing that LEGO included paper instructions to combat these complaints. Yeah, and not everyone could afford a smart device. Yeah, think about it. A lot of little kids don't have smart devices or have devices that aren't powerful enough to run this app. So, for a lot of these kids or people, this is actually beneficial. So yeah, finally have paper instructions. Yeah, and LEGO fans who aren't fond of having a tablet for instructions can rejoice. Yeah. Yeah, anyone who says the WarioWare games are shallow and pathetic obviously doesn't understand the whole point of the WarioWare games. They're supposed to have short bursts of gameplay, and they're not minigames, they're microgames. So the whole point of the WarioWare games is to have short bursts of gameplay while still having a lot of fun. It's kind of like bite-sized portions of a certain game. So yeah, it's kind of like complaining about... Let me see, let's get off a good example. It's kind of like complaining about Ridge Racer not having realistic handling, even though it's supposed to be more arcadey. So yeah, you can't always complain about something that misses the whole point of what the game is all about. I know everyone has a different opinion, but if your opinion is game is shallow and pathetic, or the handling is realistic, and you kind of miss the whole idea of what the game is all about. Of course, some criticisms are valid, but some are basically just people misunderstanding what the game is truly about. Opinions are opinions, but you have to understand what the game is about before complaining about it. Because sometimes you don't get what the game's premise is. Yeah, so in other words, complaining about WarioWare being shallow and pathetic because the game is, well, too short, because the mini-games or microgames are too short, is kind of like complaining about Ridge Racer not having realistic handling. Yeah, so you have to understand what the game is about. You kind of miss the whole point. Yes. Yeah, expect any game to be different than how you're used to. Well, WarioWare isn't Mario Party, you know. Just like how Ridge Racer isn't Need for Speed. It's supposed to be more arcadey. Yeah, to bring up a valid point. Yeah, if you're gonna complain about something like that, then there's not really much point in experiencing the game how it is. You're just picking on a game for no reason. Yeah, I believe that some IGN reviewer complained about Pokemon having too much water, but the complaint was too much water-type Pokemon. I think. Yeah, too much water-type Pokemon. But people interpret it as too much water in the game, like too much bodies of water. So yeah. That's just IGN for ya. People often believe that IGN is ignorant. Yeah, expecting WarioWare not to have really short bursts of gameplay is like expecting Ridge Racer to have realistic handling. Yeah, it's a different type of game, so expect it to be different. Yeah, if you're wanting the minigames of WarioWare to be longer, then it's not the game for you. But if you're expecting a different gameplay experience, yeah, it's definitely the game for you. And I noticed that even though they introduced Wario in the LEGO sets, they haven't introduced Waluigi yet, or WarioWare characters. At least I don't think they have introduced Waluigi. Yeah, and they haven't introduced Waluigi in the WarioWare series. What's up with that? I want to see my boy show up. Like, you can't have Wario without his partner in crime, Waluigi. Waluigi is his partner in crime. Yeah, like it's a silly sounding name, but they named him because he's an evil counterpart of Luigi. Get it? He's Waluigi. It's probably why he's memed a lot. It's Waluigi time. Yeah, he's much taller than Waluigi, and yeah, he's inhumanly tall. But it's Mario, so what do you expect? Whoops, we forgot one piece. Even my nephew would have looked at that. Yeah, it's the only complaint I have with the WarioWare games. Waluigi hasn't appeared at all. Waluigi. Seriously, like, you have Wario appear in every entry, but you don't have Waluigi. Waluigi. Yeah, like, he would actually fit in as well. Like, he would bring on his taco stand. I could see Nintendo actually cashing in on the Waluigi taco stand meme. Yeah, you know, Waluigi's taco stand. Or even better, make Waluigi's taco stand a spin-off of WarioWare. But it would be better to have Waluigi's taco stand integrated into the storyline. Waluigi's taco stand. Yeah, like the two are always great together. Yeah, and people also complain about, whoops, it cut off. Yeah, people also complain about Waluigi not being in Smash. Although, give him time. Well, he's not playable in Smash, he's an assist trophy. People complain, and Waluigi fans complain about Waluigi being an assist trophy instead of a playable character. Man, Waluigi fans sure are toxic, aren't they? But what do you expect, though? It's Waluigi, one of the most beloved characters in the world of Mario. Oops. Yeah, that's what that hole is for. Steering wheel. Yeah, like, why hasn't Nintendo cashed in on the Waluigi's taco stand meme yet? And WarioWare seems like the perfect game to capitalize on the Waluigi taco stand meme. Waluigi time! Yeah, it's the best I can do, sorry. Jeez, like... Waluigi is a popular character in Mario. You should have him appear in WarioWare. It's Waluigi, man. He's Wario's best friend. Partner in crime. Of course, I'm not gonna talk about the thing about Nintendo revealing that Peach and Mario are just friends, because I know why they probably came up with that. So I'm not gonna mention it. Yeah, Nintendo wants everything to be family friendly, that's all. Because, well, Nintendo has always had a reputation on stuff being family friendly. Yeah. Which I understand, because it's how Nintendo always worked. Nintendo has always had a family friendly nature. Yeah, this set is also family friendly. I most likely have to help my mom build it, but I think she could probably build it pretty easily, since it is one of the simpler sets that I've built. Yeah, family friendly has always been Nintendo's thing. frickin' is. Yeah, these are the only time you need the stickers. There's the cart. Yeah, so it's not as bad as other Lego sets where they overdo it with the stickers. I mean, a lot of Speed Champion sets overdo it with the stickers, whereas they could have them printed on. Yeah. This is again for mockists. But the problem with that is you have to order a sticker sheet, either from Bricklink or Lego's site, which is a pain in the rectum. So you have to order the stickers. There we go, we got the cart built. Yeah, this is a standard cart, by the way. Now we're gonna build the glider, because, yeah, I've played Mario Kart before, and they have this glider gimmick. The whole idea is when you jump off the air, the glider activates. And it's a pretty neat gimmick. They introduced it in Mario Kart 7. And ever since then, the glider has been a regular feature in the Mario Kart series. I think they might have it in the new Mario Kart game on the Switch too, although I'll have to see for myself. I'd like to get myself a Switch too. Look at how easy this is. Yeah, there's the glider. Which is a soft plastic piece. Yeah, it feels like kind of glossy plastic that you would get Yeah, I think... Yeah, I can't remember, but I think you can get the glossy plastic in. There we go. There's the Kart. You got the shell cannons. Yeah, I see a YouTube channel where they try to fire turtle shells off of the Suzuki XC90. Yeah, the whole idea is that it replicates Mario Kart. Yeah, you can either fit in the green shell or the red shell. Yeah, and you could either rearrange it to put on the other side if you wanted to. Yeah, it gives you a lot of options. Let's put in the green shell. And there it is. It's Mario Kart. Yeah, I gotta get the glider back on there. Yeah, I know it's a glider because I played those games. Yeah, I play Mario Kart 7 and 8 a lot. Yeah, and there's a spot where you can fit in Mario. So yeah, a really cool set. I like the detail. I like how much detail it has. Anyway, so I'm gonna sign off. Since I didn't get to see last year's Watkins Glen Xfinity race, I'm just gonna say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case I haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time, and peace out.